In this last video for lesson 5.1, we are going to be finding interior and exterior angle measures of triangles. We are going to be looking at number 7 on page 127. Try your best to write small. We don't have a lot of space, so either you can write it in your journal or find an extra piece of paper. It tells us that in a right triangle, that's probably going to be important, the measure of one acute angle is twice the sum of the measure of the other acute angle and 30. Find the measure of each acute angle in the right triangle. So let's go ahead and let's draw a picture of this right triangle. So I'm going to draw a picture. Since it's a right triangle, I know one of the angles is 90 degrees. And my goal is to find the measure of these two angles using the description that they give me. Okay, so first, I'm going to have to let one of my acute angles be a variable. I have to represent that with some variable. So I'll let this one be x. Okay. Now I'm going to use the information in the sentence up above to write an expression for this angle here. So this angle we're going to get by using our sentence up above. The measure of this acute angle is twice the sum of the measure of the other acute angle and 30. So first, I need the sum. Remember in math, sum means to add. I need the sum of this acute angle and 30. And so that means I'm going to take my acute angle that I labeled x and add 30 to it. This is the sum of my other acute angle and 30. But I need twice this sum. Remember, twice means I multiply by 2. So I need to take this sum and multiply it by 2. So this expression right now is twice the sum of x and 30. I've used the sentence to write an expression for this angle. So now we're ready to try to find the value of x, right? In order to find these angle measures, I need to solve for x, which means I have to come up with an equation. So I have to look at my picture and decide, what do I know about this triangle to help me set up an equation? Well, I have values or expressions for each of the interior angles. So I have to ask myself, what do I know about the interior angles of a triangle? And we learned in this lesson that the 3 angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees, right? They're always going to add up to 180 degrees. Well, that will help me write an equation. This plus this plus this equals 180 degrees. My 2 times x plus 30 angle plus my 90 degree angle plus my x degree angle has to equal 180. I'm going to go ahead and use the distributive property. I see some like terms that I'm going to add together. Okay, so 2x plus x is 3x. 60 plus 90 is 150. I'm going to subtract 150 from both sides. And then divide both sides by 3. And this tells me that x is equal to 10. So remember, my job was to find the measure of each acute angle. Well, one of my acute angles was x, or x degrees. And so one of my acute angles is 10 degrees. Now the other acute angle, I'm going to have to take 10 and substitute it in for x. So 2 times 10 plus 30. 10 plus 30 is 40, and 2 times 40 is 80. So this angle is 10 degrees, and this angle is 80 degrees.